What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Sideline Summit, coming to you from the Belly Ups YouTube channel. I'm Antonio Perez, joined as always by Danny Cole, DC, UPenn's finest, Chris Coacher, CB Coacher Boy. Today's topic today, we're going to be talking about how Stephen Curry, the NBA star, the golden boy of the Golden State Warriors, will be taking on Sabrina Ionescu of the New York Liberty. The best three-point shooter in the WNBA makes her way to NBA All-Star Weekend, and we're going to talk about what this means for the league, who do we got winning, and potential things that could, help the crossover between the WNBA and the NBA going forward. But before I get into that, I just want to shout out our sponsor, SeatGeek. SeatGeek's got it all. And of course, they give you the best rating on tickets. If it's green, it's a good ticket. If it's red, then it's a bad ticket. But if you sign up using Belly Up Sports, that's code Belly Up Sports, you will get 20% off your next purchase. Again, that is code Belly Up Sports for 20% off or $20 off your next purchase. Now, getting into the competition that we got here, Chris is wearing a WNBA hoodie because he's the biggest WNBA fan I know. What do you think this does for the two leagues? Aside from the actual competition itself, how does this move the masses?
It does the best thing possible. It brings more casuals from each sport to each sport, if that makes sense. Like to each side. I think you have two names that you know, whether you follow the sport or not. You know Sabrina, you know Stephen. And I think this, especially being with 3-pointers being as huge as they are in the NBA and WNBA at this point, and just like a excitement thing. I think it's gonna be beautiful for both sides just to have the premier 3-point shooters in each side, kind of go head to head during All-Star when everybody's watching.
Yeah, man, I would absolutely agree. These are two of the biggest names in their respective sports, and it provides some crossover. Absolutely love it. Danny, of course, this is the contest is for charity. Whoever wins, money's going to either side. But I want to ask you, how much are you giving? Not to say like Sabrina is the underdog here. Let's be clear. That's not because she's a woman. It's because Steph Curry is the greatest shooter to ever touch a basketball. How much of a shot are you giving her? Like on a 10, like she's got this, and a 1, like should have stayed home. Like, what are the chances you're giving her?
I think she's like plus 200 to win. I think Curry's like minus 200. And I would dabble my odds in plus 200. I think that's a good line. I think you give her a little 33% chance to win-ish, around 30% chance to win. And yeah, I think Sabrina has around that. I mean,
yeah,
she's the GOAT. Well, the GOAT is Diana Taurasi, but she can't
Sabrina,
shoot like that.
Yeah, Sabrina, one of the brightest young talents in the WNBA, and quite simply one of the best players in the WNBA. And we've been asking, for this 3-point shootout, and just for the male audience, not to essentially call you casuals, but if you are unfamiliar with the WNBA, Sabrina Ionescu shoots 37% from 3 on her career. Last year shot almost 45% from 3, followed it up with a 40% from 3 postseason. They're not just throwing, the best female shooter they got out there. They're throwing one of the best shooters in the world. And she said it herself. While she will be using a WNBA size ball, she says she will be shooting from NBA range. That is what she prefers to do. And I absolutely love this for both leagues. Same thing where Chris says, it let fans, let me introduce you to what I have. I'm going to introduce you to what I have. I think
now let me see Caitlin Clark.
Exactly. Like this completely opens the door for Caitlin Clark coming in next year.
Wait,
and she's going to be playing
the
Trae Young in this thing.
No, Caitlin Clark versus Wemby one-on-one.
I think I'll pass, man. I think I'll know how that's going to go down. And that's just Victor against anybody. But bro, I will say
that would get bad. That would get so bad.
I think this could open the gate to let it be all one big event, not NBA All-Star Weekend or WNBA All-Star Weekend. We could call it Professional All-Star Weekend. Just have everybody.
Their league offices are in the same office. I was there last week.
Exactly. So what I think could end up going down the line is you take the guys who make the 3-point competition, cut that in half, and fill it with Sabrina, with Caitlin Clark, with other elite shooters that are going to be coming into the league. And yeah, you're kind of selling there are not only 4 elite shooters in the NBA. So maybe for numbers reasons, maybe keep it to like 6 and maybe like 2 WNBA ones, just until the WNBA game can grow to a respective amount of teams and roster spots so that it's like equivalent. But what this does for the game cannot be understated. And I'm glad Sabrina has nothing to lose here. You either are going to just simply lose to the greatest shooter of all time, or you're going to beat him. Like, I think just from a competitive standpoint, I love this so much. Sabrina's my favorite WNBA player. Steph Curry. I'm not gonna say I'm his biggest fan, but I do appreciate the greatness. But yeah, I think we're all excited for this. And this is going to be the start of something great between two leagues. I personally believe. Yeah.
And with that, Chris and Tone, I ask you one question:
Yeah.
Ionescu or Curry? Or Curry?
Fate of the universe on the line. Open shot. You better hit it. I want Brina.
Roger Iguodala.
I want Ionescu.
Really? Yeah. I mean, I think Steph's going to win. I think when Steph locks in on 3-point competition, he just goes absolutely nuts. But this ain't going to be no walk in the park, I feel like. Especially if there's going to be like a starry ball. Is it?
Starry,
no, it's Mountain Dew. It's Mountain Dew, I think. It's starry.
Wasn't it Starry?
Yeah, starry
the
spot.
WNBA one was Starry, right?
No. The NBA uses starry as well. Like the starry spot. Like that's worth 4 points.
Yeah.
I think she's going to nail both of them. And I think that will be huge for it. But yeah, those are our thoughts.
Her money ball rack last year was crazy.
She's that girl, man. But yes, those are our thoughts on the upcoming 3-point contest between Sabrina Ionescu and Stephen Curry, the first ever WNBA versus NBA showdown at All-Star Weekend. You do not want to miss it. And again, if you like this clip, this is what our show is all about. We talk basketball, we talk football. So if you are interested, please subscribe to our channel over at Sideline Summit. Follow us. You can find all of our channels and all of our social medias in the link tree down below. And make sure you follow Belly Up Sports, of course. You'll find our podcast and many other great podcasts along with it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And we'll catch you next time.